And welcome to another edition of See Players Now. I'm your host, Sarah Daly, and as always, we have a great show lined up for you this evening. In studio, we have one of the most outstanding basketball players in the country that will be joining us. We're also going to talk about a dominating hitter on the volleyball court. So keep it right here because See Players Now is up next.
I'm Jamison Williams. I attend Cardinal College Preparatory High School in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a wide receiver committed to the University of Ohio State. I see a lot of great things in Dr. Hayes. She get me loose when I'm running my routes. I feel agile. Also on the track, it's the same thing, so I'm really loose running my races.
I'm Dr. Connie Hayes with Fit for Life Sports and Rehab. If you want a competitive edge on the field, call me, 314-532-0957.
Well, of course, I'm a baseball girl, so I'm going to let Jay Phipps handle the next interview, but he's going to sit down with Mario McKinney and talk about his standout performance on the court.
Joining me, I have my boy Mario McKinney, superstar ball-out player at Vashon High School, headed to Mizzou. What's up, Mario?
What's up?
How you doing today? I appreciate you coming out.
Sure.
Now look, when we have people come to the studio, we got a lot of superstars that came through, like John Sally. Have a lot of NBA superstars that have made it to the league. I want to make sure you sign this ball, man. It means a lot to us, and you know what I'm saying? I know you're a superstar, so you probably done gave a whole bunch of autographs out.
For sure.
But if you do so pleasure, could you sign my ball for us?
I got you.
And while you're signing, I want to talk about, we all vibe a lot, you know what I'm saying? Headed to the game. What kind of music superstars do you listen to?
I listen to a lot. From St. Louis rappers to a lot of the rappers from out of town.
Like
With St. Louis rappers, I listen to LA Foes. I listen to D Huncho, and I listen to Lil Tay, and then like all like the big rappers, I listen to like The Baby, Key Glock, and Lil Baby, and like that.
Okay. Now we all wear hoodies now because of you. Can you describe how you came up with Hoodie Fam?
Actually, I played in a fall league game, and like I didn't have an undershirt, so I was feeling like a little weird without playing like an undershirt on. So the only thing I had was my hoodie, so I just put my hoodie on up under my jersey, and I played real good. And then I did like a little poll on Instagram, and I let the fans like vote, like should I like start a Hoodie Fam movement? And then I had got a lot of votes, so I just started off and took off like that.
Okay. Now, a lot of people think they can stop you on the court, including myself, my little cousins, other basketball players. How can we stop Mario McKinney on the court?
I don't think there's no way.
Why is that?
Because I'm a whole different breed, for sure.
Okay. Who do you mirror your game after?
Westbrook.
For sure? Nobody else?
Westbrook all the way.
Is that your favorite NBA player?
Most definitely.
Have you stuck with him since the beginning?
Most definitely.
Because you know a lot of people just hopped on this bandwagon, you know?
I've been a Westbrook fan.
Okay. Now, you're fast, versatile, agility, everything you can see in a basketball player. Did you ever want to play any other sport?
I actually did. I played football when I was younger. I only played like 6th grade. I haven't played since then. I actually played baseball and then I run track.
Okay. Why basketball?
Basketball was just a big popular sport in my family. You know, we had a lot of people in our family that played basketball, and that was really good. So I just stuck with basketball.
How do you stay focused? So let's just say at Vashon High School, every year a superstar. I'm pretty sure you're going through the hallways. Everybody know who you are. How do you stay focused? How do you keep everything about basketball and schoolwork?
I just put my hood on. Cause when I got my hood on, it just block everybody out, and I don't really be caring about what nobody be talking about.
Now let's talk about basketball within your family.
Yeah.
Who inspired you to get on the court and keep it going?
My pops, my cousin Jimmy.
Okay.
You know.
I know it's pretty known.
Yeah, you know, Jimmy actually been watching my pops, cause my pops was, you know, he was like a street baller, so Jimmy was watching him, and then I've been watching Jimmy, so it just inspired me just to play basketball. So I just been playing ever since then, since like kindergarten.
Okay. Now on the court, I've actually came to your games. They're electrifying. I mean, fans go crazy to the point where they got hoodie fam shirts, you know what I'm saying, fan gear.
Yeah.
When the game is on the line, everybody looks at Mario. Now that's a lot of pressure. How do you handle that pressure?
I've been through it before, you know, since my freshman year up until now. I've been going through a lot of adversities, and you know, coach has been depending on me a lot. So, you know, I just gotta go out there and showcase and do what I do.
Okay. Let's talk about freshman year. Freshman year, coming to Vashon High School,
Man.
You know what I'm saying? What were your thoughts going in? Because you know how your family, how you've had so much success in basketball in your family, you know what I'm saying? You're at Vashon High School, you're a freshman. Is it a whole bunch of pressure or what?
When I first went into Vashon, I was kind of nervous, but I wasn't, because I only knew like a certain couple of people, like people that probably went to like 8th grade with me, that graduated with me, and then like the basketball players that played with Coach Ernst. So I was a little nervous, but I really wasn't nervous. So it was good though.
Now, I noticed that you're not a selfish player at all. I mean, in your games, you're feeding the ball, you're throwing up alley hoops, you're letting other players shine. Was that a conversation that you might have with your dad about how not to be selfish with the ball?
I know I can score at any time, so I just want to get my teammates involved first, because I know they're gonna look back on me when the game get tight. So I really don't be tripping. So once the game get tight, I know they're gonna look at me, and I'm gonna have to take over.
On the top of your head, what do you think the most challenging game you've had? Versus what team?
This year, the first time we played Trinity at Vashon. They had a rough game, because I was just trying to it was a lot of talking on the internet, you know, talking about it's a bunch of football players and gonna beat a bunch of basketball players. So I was just trying to hurry up and do too much to try to hurry up and get them out the way. But I ain't played my game. But the second time we played them, blew them out, and I actually played my game.
Walk me through your state championships. Like, you've won titles, you know what I'm saying? How was that feeling knowing that you won basketball titles?
My freshman year, coming in as a freshman, I was 6th man. You know, I was playing behind a lot of seniors and juniors. And then once we got down to state, we had played Syston, beat them, and then we had played a team from Kansas City in the championship game. That's where I really started progress and stuff. Right. And then once it got to my sophomore year, you know, I was coming out the bench again, but I wasn't really tripping because I was only a sophomore. I was just doing what my team needed me to do, and we ended up winning again my sophomore year. And then junior year, we fell off. You know, we had a little tough. We had a lot of juniors and sophomores. We didn't have no seniors on our team, and it was kind of making me frustrated, because when we lost, everybody kept saying, "You got next year," and "You got next year." I didn't want to hear that.
Right.
I wanted to win. I wanted to be the first to ever win four state championships ever for Sean. And then this year, you know, I had to put the team on my back, and we ended up getting a state championship this year. I ended up getting 3 out of 4.
Okay, that's dope. So we'll be back with more Mario McKinney right after this break.
SeePlayersNow is sponsored by McDonald's, Elite Football Academy, Farmers Insurance, the Husband's Agency, Law Offices of Susan L. Ward, Dirty Dog, Fit for Life Sports Rehab, and Priya Sony with Herman London Group. Have a great story for us? Email us at spnstlouis@gmail.com. Go to SeePlayersNow.com for photos behind the scenes, and remember to follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
I'm Jamison Williams. I attend Carnegie College Preparatory High School in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a wide receiver committed to the University of Ohio State. I see a lot of great things in Dr. Hayes. She get me loose when I'm running my routes. I feel agile. Also on the track, it's the same thing, so I'm really loose running my races.
I'm Dr. Connie Hayes with Fit for Life Sports and Rehab. If you want a competitive edge on the field, call me, 314-532-0957.
Welcome back. Still in the studio with me is Mario McKinney. Mario, I want to dive right back into our conversation. Now, I noticed your last game with Ashawn, you were very emotional. Can you walk me through that last game?
When we started hitting practices and stuff, you know, I was being lackadaisical, not doing like what my coach was telling me. And after that, he was telling me, he was like, he brought me to his office after practice. He was like, "This your last year." He said, next interview or anybody that asked me however this season, and he said it's gonna be on you. So I knew I couldn't let him down, because I knew they were gonna talk bad about him, and then they're gonna talk bad about me like they always do. So I had to make sure I didn't want to be in that position and put my coach in that position. So I just had to get on my grind. And he was like, "Cause this is gonna be over before you know it." He was telling me that since my freshman year. And then when I finally got to state and we actually won, I just broke down because everything he told me was right. So, and then it was my last time actually wearing the Vashon jersey.
Yeah.
So it just made me kind of emotional.
Now you're off to bigger and better things. You're going to Mizzou. The Mizzou fans are excited. What could you say to the Mizzou fans? What can they expect?
First, I just want to thank the man above for even putting me in this position to be able to go D1 and play at a high D1. And I want to thank my parents, you know, all the coaches and stuff that helped me, that support me all the way up to this journey. And to all the Mizzou fans, I just want to say y'all got a beast, and I hope I'll do everything I can to help us make the NCAA tournament.
I heard that. Speaking of your family, his dad is in the studio. Do you mind us having his dad coming up? How you doing? How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
So just ending the interview out, what was that process like in high school, in his life with Mario? What was so special? What did you see special about Mario when it came to basketball?
I just saw a part of me in him. And the part is that even though being this short, not having the height, I was always had the heart. I was always athletic. I was always good enough to be able to do what I said. And I did a lot of talking on the court, but I backed it up. And like you say, I was more of a street baller. I played in high school, but a lot of my good games came from street balling and around the city. So just seeing what I did on those type of stages and knew that if things would have been better, I probably could have made it there. But to see my son do it, it makes me even more prouder because my seed doing something that I couldn't do, so I can't relive my life through him. But when I saw that he wanted to do that, that just let me know that everything that I taught him from day one, he's doing it. And he's gonna make a pretty good name for himself.
Amazing, amazing. Where can we follow you on social media?
At Twitter, Mario McKinney Jr. At Instagram, Hoodie Rio. Facebook, Rio Glizzy.
More from See Players Now right after this.
I'm Jamison Williams. I attend Cardinal College Preparatory High School in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a wide receiver committed to the University of Ohio State. I see a lot of great things in Dr. Hayes. She get me loose when I'm running my routes. I feel agile. Also on the track, it's the same thing, so I'm really loose running my races.
I'm Dr. Connie Hayes with Fit for Life Sports and Rehab. If you want a competitive edge on the field, call me, 314-532-0957.
And right now, let's check in with Matt Bierman with the Elite Player Profile for this week.
Today's Elite Player Profile is Patrick Harris, who's a class of 2020 defensive rush end at St. Mary's High School. Patrick is an unbelievable pressure off the edge. He had 11 sacks in his junior campaign and has been really working hard this offseason to become a more dominant force. Has had an excellent showing in national combines at the opening as well as the Elite Football Combine this past spring, and is looking forward to a great summer of being out in front of college coaches and programs and ultimately helping his St. Mary's Dragons this fall on the field.
Well, this young man had to sit out most of his junior year while his team made a run for the state championship in volleyball. But as he came back as a senior, he was definitely coming back hungry for a championship title and to go out as a winner. Let me introduce you to Dalton Ennis.
Hi, my name is Dalton Ennis, and I'm a senior here at St. Louis University High School, and I'm a right side hitter for our varsity volleyball team. I've ended up loving the game of volleyball because I think it's very unique from other sports. Like, each specific play lasts 10 to 30 seconds if you're lucky. If you made a mistake the play before, you can just correct it the next play and you can just move on. It's not a flowing game that can compound your mistakes. That's why I play volleyball. Those intense, close matches that have the fans on the edge of their seat and that really don't get you tired until you're done with it because you got that adrenaline throughout. Just playing against guys that you know and guys that are excited to play you and can match your intensity level is why I think the game of volleyball is just so great. Being hurt last year was a very different experience than I was used to. That season I pretty much expected that I would play a good amount, and for the first 5 matches I did. I played most every point, and then once we got into the practice after that 5th match, I suffered a season-ending injury to my elbow that we didn't think was going to be that bad, but it ended up being 3 months bad. And so throughout the season I would pull guys aside and be like, hey, you're doing something wrong with your hand here, you need to fix that, or something like that. And it was difficult at first transition, and it got really difficult in the postseason and districts and the state playoffs, because that's what we live for in the spring. But it was nice seeing the guys step up into all their roles and eventually cap off that state title and undefeated season. So. We had senior night this week, a few days ago, and I've never been so excited to play a match of my life. It just adds a lot of meaning to the season. More so than it would if I wasn't hurt last year, because I feel like I got to make up for that last year, and especially my senior year. Just being hurt last year and it being the last year I can play in this gym for probably a long time, it adds a lot of meaning. And so I'm excited. We've been pushing the guys hard to play their best, and we've really gelled as a team, I think, as the year has progressed, and it's been really fun. Hi, I'm Dalton Ennis. See me on SeePlayersNow.
I'm Jamison Williams. I attend Cardinal College Preparatory High School in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a wide receiver committed to the University of Ohio State. I see a lot of great things in Dr. Hayes. She gives me loose when I'm running my routes. I feel agile. Also on the track, it's the same thing, so I'm really loose running my races.
I'm Dr. Connie Hayes with Fit for Life Sports and Rehab. If you want a competitive edge on the field, call me, 314-532-0957.
See Players Now is sponsored by McDonald's, Elite Football Academy, Farmers Insurance The Husbands Agency, Law Offices of Susan L. Ward, Dirty Dog, Fit for Life Sports Rehab, and Priya Sony with Herman London Group.
Welcome back. We are obviously in studio, back with the usual suspects of the studio squad, but for this segment we do have Jay Phipps joining us to talk a little bit about recruiting. Mizzou seems to be doing really well in the St. Louis area, guys. So how has Mizzou stepped up their game when it comes to putting some truly talented folks in their programs?
Well, the last several years, Mizzou has done a great job in recruiting. They're getting out in the community more, and they're just reaching out more, and they're using more than just the schools. They're asking other people about the athletes, so they're taking other answers from other people about guys. So I think that's helping with the recruiting process.
We talked a little bit about social media, Matt, in our last episode, and how that's really helped athletes kind of give their showcase of what they can do and their ability. How do you think that's kind of helped some of these kids?
I think the ability for them to have a platform to show what they're doing, and whether it be their huddle film or their status of what camps they're going to and where they're going to be, has greatly opened up the platform for kids to show who they are and what they're doing. And I think it also opens up the ability for the coaches to communicate back with them, and the coaches that in Missouri in particular does an excellent job of communicating what's going on in their program with their kids currently, so the kids see it. And I think it's one of those things that can become very enticing for the kids that want to be a part of that program.
Is there anything that you've noticed when it comes to the recruits or the programs looking at the kids, how that's changed, how they contact kids or how they reach out? Or
Well, yeah, they do a lot of direct messaging inside of the Twitter platform, which seems to be the platform of choice. It also opens up, though, for kids not making good choices on those platforms, and they need to really watch what they're putting out there as their brand, and for sure the coaches do pay attention to that. We hear nightmare stories continually from coaches about how they just wrote people off. So kids out there definitely want to be taking care of what they're posting, and who they are representing, their family and their schools, and their community.
Jay, how do you see that on social media with the kids posting, like he said, some of their work and things like that, especially with all different platforms? Like he mentioned Twitter, but you also have Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. I mean, anything and anywhere you could basically put anything you want.
Yeah, so Instagram is big, especially with the athletes, the direct message. They're very competitive, I would say, as well. I've seen the past couple weeks, they say, hey, I'm gonna beat you in this game. They'll post a picture of the opposite player. Hey, I'm gonna beat you at that game. So I would say Instagram is a really big platform for those kids with social media. But social media, you also have programs like Ball is Life, and other platforms that are making videos of these kids and getting them more exposure.
Right. And there's also some educational accounts that some of the kids can follow and really kind of gain their knowledge, correct? About like better workout programs or how to increase stamina and different things that really do help their athletic ability.
Yeah, so most of the time on Instagram, Facebook, even Snapchat now, a lot of it is it's just a tag, it's a hashtag. You hashtag something and you can learn more about different recruiting programs, different colleges you can go to for different sports and events. I would say, but Instagram is that platform that gives those kids the time of the day to reach out to each and every school, all of their friends, family, and all of that sort. Instagram is a big platform for those kids.
Pro and con for self-promotion.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, soccer is also exploding here in St. Louis, speaking of the city that is developing a lot of young talent. So coming up next, it's the McDonald's Student Soccer Athlete of the Week, Emily Gaby.
I got involved in soccer from my sister. She played, so I always went to her games, and I went to like her practices too, and just like being involved with that really got me started. I think what makes me such a great soccer player is how like hardworking I am, and I'm always like up to a challenge, like to work hard to get something done. And my sister, she always pushed me to be my best. I wouldn't be where I am right now without my team, with all my goals. I couldn't do it without them, and I want to thank my coach because I wouldn't know what I know without him, and my sister because she was always there for me, and my mom and dad for always bringing me places. And that's like how I started playing soccer. My sister always says that she's the reason that I'm this good.
Is she right?
Maybe. Besides soccer, I play volleyball and basketball. And I play that just to kind of like keep me in shape for soccer, and it's just like a fun thing to do. But soccer is my favorite sport. I would like to thank McDonald's for choosing me as the Soccer Student Athlete of the Week.
Emily, we would like to present you with the Soccer Student Athlete of the Week award. And in this basket, there's several items for you from McDonald's. And we just want to wish you all the success. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
And of course, we want to say thank you for watching this evening, See Players Now, and remember to continue to support our youth as they strive for excellence both in the classroom and on the field. I'm Sarah Daly, and we appreciate you watching. We'll see you next week right here on See Players Now.
See Players Now is powered by Omni Sports Producers. See Players Now is sponsored by McDonald's, Elite Football Academy, Farmers Insurance The Husband's Agency, Law Offices of Susan L. Ward, Dirty Dog, Fit for Life Sports Rehab, and Priya Sony with Herman London Group.
See me, Mario McKinney, on See Players Now.